Hello friends, welcome. Friends, in the morning when I posted one video regarding BSNL and Vodafone prospective merger and the value that can be unlocked due to the merger, one of my viewers posted one comment in the comment section that I should do a video about the government loss of rupees 1,757 crore that BSNL failed to bill Reliance Jio for sharing Infra. CAG is saying this, right? So I was not aware of this, by the way, because this is very small amount and this came out today itself. So I was focused on that video, so I was not aware. So I started digging. So when I went through this article did not give me any clue, right? Because this is a press article, so I could not understand it. So I went to this Auditor General's website and started looking at various reports. I saw this report on 1st April 2025 and downloaded this report, and this report looks something like this. So you can also download, right? So I downloaded, stored in my computer and started reading the report. And the section which is of relevance is chapter 5, Public Sector Undertaking, Ministry of Communication. And this is on which page? Let me tell you the page number also, starting from page number 61. So you viewers, if you are interested, you can download and start reading this report, right? So 5.1 is the clause number which says that underbilling in sharing of passive infrastructure by BSNL, right? Now friends, I did a similar video, right, on CAG, where the CAG made allegation that 3,700 crores of rupees were lost because of a permission which was given to Reliance Jio when they participated as an ISP operator in the 2010 auction, and later they converted their license into USL. So that also I did. I don't want to get into that particular video right now, but I will share a link of that video in the description. Now friends, before I go into this video, I would like to basically say very, very clearly upfront, I am not funded by anybody, because some people may get, a perception that I am doing all this video to basically favor a particular company. No, there is no funding from any company. If at all, if there is a funding, I will be the first person to talk about it, because I am very careful to make sure that there are no conflict of interest, right? So that is very, very clear, right? Now let's start this video and let's look at what this report is talking about. Now friends, unfortunately, I do not have this master service agreement, right, which is the basis of this report. So there is an MSA, right? MSA was signed between Reliance Jio Infocom for sharing of infrastructure, which is ISO, in May 2014 with BSNL for passive infrastructure sharing, right, for a period of 15 years, right? And there are certain things which are mentioned in the MSA, which is reproduced by CAG, which says that as per the schedule 1 of MSA, 6 standard antenna along with 6 remote head, right? You can look at this diagram, 6 standard antenna along with 6 remote head. Look at these numbers, 6, right? Could be mounted on the ground-based tower GBT. So this is the ground-based tower, right? So they must be marked, they have marked, I think they have not marked here, but GBT is the tower, right? Ground-based tower, because it is mounted on ground-based tower, and rooftop tower, which is also going to be the similar situation. Either it will be ground-based or it will be rooftop. And one BTS transmitter. BTS transmitter must be this is BTS receiver station was provided for the same. One is important. One BTS transmitter receiver, a slot was provided for the same. So let me read again. As per the schedule, 1 MSA, 6 standard antenna along with 6 remote head could be mounted on a ground-based tower and a rooftop tower, and one base station transmitter slot was provided for the same. That is the way it is written. Now exactly what the language has been used in MSA, I don't know, right? So I can't really say about this. Now there is another clause which says, clause 1.62a of the schedule 3 of the MSA provides for an extra BTS of a new different technology. Important to note, extra BTS, right, of a new different technology or service for the ISO. ISO means what? Infra share operator. Technology or service. Look at this. Technology or service for ISO with additional charges. This is important. With additional charges. One extra BTS, look at this, 1 extra BTS for a new technology or service of ISO with additional charges. It is stipulated that if an operator install an extra BTS rack or an extra antenna on tower, the charges for additional space for extra BTS LTE of new or different technology service 3G, WiMAX, etc., including associated 3RF antennas, shall be 70% of the price as applicable. The clause 1.62b of the schedule stipulates that in case the operator neither installed extra BTS or rack, ground station, nor additional antenna on the tower for providing any new wireless service, a lump sum of 4,000 rupees per month per site will be applicable. So let me just summarize for people, viewers maybe. So there was a charge which was negotiated. And then they said that if you install anything new, additional, which requires physical hardware, and they have defined physical hardware 3R antenna, then it will be 70% of the price applicable, means additional 70% of the price which will be applicable on top of it. Or if you don't include anything, and if you are able to somehow integrate the same thing within the same equipment by doing some jugglery within the card, then there will be an additional lump sum amount of 5,000 rupees per month per site will be applicable. Understood? So this is what was written here in the MSA, though I don't have a clarity of what was the language which was used in MSA, because MSA we do not have access. So what it says, hence, as per the MSA, if the infra service operator provides any new different technology service, either by installing an extra equipment or by upgrading an extra infrastructure, both were additionally chargeable. Clause 4 of the agreement allows BSNL to charge an interest also 18% per annum for the period under default. Now friends, so far so good, there is no problem. But you know friends, what is funny? The definition of technology. I do not understand. How can there be an MSA where technology is so loosely defined? So what happened was, and this is very, very funny. I really don't understand how the MSAs are made where definitions of key important terms on which you are making charges are left undefined. So let's understand this. What it's saying, scrutiny of data on towers shared by BSNL and with RJIL, May 2014 till March 2023. The correspondence of Circle with BSNL corporate office reveals that RJIL used two technologies, 4G FDD LTE and 4G LTE TDD. Now you tell me friends, this is a technology or the same technology being served using two different wireless structure. You know, we call it time division multiplexing or frequency division multiplexing. So this is a frame structure, right, of physical layer. Technology is same. LTE. Now what has happened is the BSNL officers are now counting this as two different technology. So there have been debate whether this single technology, whether this two technology. They have been fighting about this. And because of this, Reliance Jio said that, look, this is the same technology. Why should I pay you extra? That's the debate. So they initially, what happened was the BSNL. So initially this was, this question was raised by Kerala, BSNL Kerala Circle in October 2018 sought clarification from BSNL corporate office as to whether FDD TDD were treated as two different technologies. Now friends, anybody who understands wireless, they will tell you that 3G can also be delivered in FDD TDD if you want to, right? And 4G can be delivered in FDD TDD. 5G can be delivered in FDD TDD. Now, if you are going to count FDD TDD as a different technology, then you have to basically count 5G FDD, 5G TDD. What is this nonsense? I do not understand. This is completely, beyond my comprehension. Okay. Now, the BSNL corporate office clarified in January 2019 that FDD and TDD were two different technologies and any additional implementation of them should be treated with a new technology and charges to be levied as per clause 1.62 of the schedule of the MSA, 70% extension charges. Corporate office also conveyed the same to Reliance Jio and so and so, right? This happened. Reliance Jio refused to pay because definitely there was a dispute between the MSA. It is not technology, it is an RF frame structure of delivering a service using a different frame structure depending upon the spectrum that you have, right? If you are giving an FDD spectrum, you will deliver through FDD. If you are giving a TDD spectrum, you are going to deliver through TDD. So RJ, however, refused in April to pay the bills, and there were two different standard alternate transmission mode, right? Duplexing it. So that's what they said, right? So thus non-information or tariff clause in the master service agreement with RJIL resulted in non-billing and hence a loss of revenue. This is what CAG is saying. And in annexure 5.1, they have listed down circle-wise how they have calculated the loss. Now, there was a committee also, friend. there was a committee which was basically constituted to decide on this dispute. So if you read here, BSNL corporate office replied on November 2022 that a committee was constituted in August 2020 in order to avoid payment of GST on invoice. So basically they constituted a committee and they did not submit any bill, because if you submit bill, you have to pay GST. So what happened was the circle was instructed to stop billing on FDD TDD as separate technology till the finalization of recommendation of the committee, of the said committee. The committee recommended on September 2023 that FDD TDD may not be treated as same technology, thus entailing additional charges on. So they said that the same thing what initially, they are not same technology, they are different technologies. so therefore this happened. Now if you go to this is what is being, there is no point in reading through, right? So finally this is the ultimate, and if you go to annexure 5.1, you will see that there is a breakup which has been given, that how much loss has happened, right? Now friend, what do you call it? It's a poorly defined MSA. First of all, if you are going to define MSA, you have to define MSA crystal clear, right? So there is no dispute. The technology has to be defined properly, right? At least on the basis of which you are making additional. Your financial implication is based on technology. So if you don't define technology, then you will get into such dispute. And looks like it is so hilarious that you are considering FDD and TDD as different technology. And now, if you really wanted to do FDD and TDD as different technology because of commercial consideration, I'm not saying that you can't, but you at least have that in part in the MSA if that is what your intent is, right? So this is the net story, friends, right? So I don't think that there is any substance here unless the MSA is clearly visible to us and we see in the MSA what is the definition of technology, whether FDD and TDD are considered as two different technology or not, right friends? So that's all friends in this video. I thought that this will be a good opportunity for me to go and myself get educated what is going on, and I saw this and I don't think that this is a big issue, right? Anyway, unless and until the definition has been explicit whether TDD and FDD has to be clabbed as two different technology. That's all friends in this video. Thanks for listening to the end. And if you have any further query like this, which I can do a very fast video by going through document, etc., without having to spend so much time in preparation, because there is a lot of topics which I don't know. I have to make time to prepare those topics. I'll be happy to take those videos very, very quickly. And as soon as I am aware of the situation, I will post those videos for my viewers. Thank you friends for your time, and I'll come back with a new video on a similar interesting topic next time as soon as possible. Thanks a lot for listening till the end.